But do I trust it like I trust this Indian? Nope. Am I a fan of them? Absolutely. But I ain't taking it to Alaska. I'm not going to the top of the world with it. I'm not driving uninhabited gravel roads with it. I took this Indian across soft sand that dumped every bike for 2 weeks because they built a culvert crossing out of non-compactable material. And this thing at 60 miles an hour ate it up. I survived the crossing and came through on 2 wheels. The switcher says to me, "Did you just ride through there?" I said, "Yes, I did." She goes, "You're the first bike in 2 weeks, other than the Beamers, that made it." She got a whole bunch of BMW GSs that made it at half my weight and more horsepower. And this Indian just clacked through it like it was nothing because it's well engineered. I trust it. Ain't nowhere I won't go.
Is Polaris aware of this?
Nope.
Fixing to be.
Well,
I got it all
I'm
on
just curious
video.
because it's a good selling point for Polaris.
I've got it all on video, and they
I'll
will
have
have
to
it.
say, I
It's in.
thought that what made the bike so desirable for me, one, it was cost. It was $8,000 less than it was to buy, for me, the comparable Harley-Davidson model. So the Indian was cheaper, or let's just say less expensive. I had no idea how well they built them. I wouldn't know that until sitting here 3 years later, knowing what I know now. I thought Indian would be interested in knowing this because I think that most people who buy a bike want to know that their maintenance on it is going to be minimal and that whatever warranty claim, they're going to eat it up and they're going to handle it real fast and they're going to have you back out on the road. That the service in your dealership is as good as it gets anywhere in the country because you guys are well supported. I figured Indian would want to know. And you know what they told me? Flat track sells. I ain't a flat track racer. I'm a fat track racer at best. I don't care about flat track racing. It's interesting for 5 minutes, but it's not what I do. That FTR is a beautiful bike. Good luck. I hope you like yours. I ain't going to buy one. I want a bike that's going to carry me effortlessly and problematically, no problems anywhere I go. That's what appeals to me. I've owned Harleys. I know what it is to put it in the shop and to hear 2 weeks worth of, "No, we can't get to it yet, we can't get to it yet, we can't get to it yet. It's riding season, everybody's riding, we can't get to yours." I know what that is. I know what it is to have a simple failure that should be covered under warranty that they won't absorb, because I've been there too. I know what it is to tell this beautiful, expensive bike off the showroom floor and 2 years later find something else you want to saddle up on and they hurt you just like your first divorce. "Oh, it ain't worth nothing now." Yeah, I've been there. Divorced and sold a used Harley. They feel about the same way. This Indian, I don't know what it's worth used. I got a fairly high mileage, lightly used, well-maintained, mechanically perfect Indian that I'm going to trade in. What's it worth? It's worth everything to me. What's it worth in the book value? I don't know. I don't care. I got everything out of that bike and then some. If I get a nickel out of it, I got something back, but I got enough out of it already. What does Indian know about it? I don't know. What do they know of my experience? I've been to their headquarters twice. I never got past the receptionist. I've been to the Spirit Lake facility. I actually met the guy who's chief of production. He was awfully nice to me, but couldn't do anything I wanted him to do other than he offered to sell me a t-shirt. And that's great. And I see them at the trade shows. The Motorcycle Expo I was just at in Las Vegas. I was at it before in Orlando. And I've seen them at the big rallies, Sturgis and other places. And they're very nice and they're very knowledgeable. They seem great people. And they're interested in this high mileage bike that I'm riding, but whatever comes of it, nothing. You know who cares about it? Riders. Riders care about it.
That's right.
Because that's what they do. Everybody that I tell that I've had no mechanical failures that stop me. This bike has eaten more batteries than you can possibly imagine. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just unique to this particular bike, but that's the only failure I've ever had is batteries. The rest are just maintenance concerns. fork seals, front wheel bearing. Hell, I don't even know what it's going to take to kill the rear wheel bearing. No idea. It's still good at my last tire change. I had 208,000 miles at my last tire change. No noticeable wear on the rear wheel bearing. Talk to anybody who's got a modern Harley Davidson made within the last 3 years with those Chinese bearings, and you find me somebody who got one to go more than 30,000 miles. You find me somebody. I don't think they're out there. I don't know where they make those things. I guess it's China like everything else, but those Chinese guys can't make them. Whoever makes them for Indian,
Timken.
is that who makes them for Indian? Timken?
Yep.
Unbelievably sound. Unbelievably. That bearing never should have lasted like it did. Where's Timken bearing at?
Canton, Ohio.
I'll tell you what, it's on my list now. They got good food there.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Football.
Go meet somebody from Timken and tell them about it.
Hall of Fame.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Is there anything I can tell you about an Indian that you want to know?
You did great. You did good.
All righty then.